Amy with Dragon's Apothecary. Welcome to our Friday Oils and Oracle reading. We just had full moon like yesterday. So I am using a different set of cards than we used yesterday. I'm actually using the Crystals deck tonight. So you'll have not only some really great Oracle readings, but you'll align it to a crystal if you're into the crystal thing. And as always, I always give you some recommendations on essential oils to use with them too. So if you're new here, welcome. I hope you go over to my website, dragonsfitapothecary.com, and check me out. There's a blog, there's resources, there's all kinds of help to just guide you in living more naturally. So let's go ahead and jump in. As always, on Fridays, I pull 3 cards. The first card is what we need this weekend. The second card is what we need next week. And the third card is one from the universe. Okay, so the first card I pulled was this Smithsonite. I hope I'm saying that right. It's this really pretty green crystal. It's got that gold edging to the bottom there in this particular picture. So this card is about, sometimes we feel like we're backtracking and, not really making the progress that we thought we were going to make in life or on a goal. So this is kind of helping us find that second wind, if you will, that reboot to help kind of redo maybe some steps that we need to repeat because our first or multiple experiences didn't work out so well and we have to redo something. But that even if we are backtracking, we're still making progress. And, being steady and sure in what we're doing helps us make that progress, right? So, the road might be rocky that we're traveling. We might have went through a hurt of some sort and we feel unsettled and we feel like, we want to maybe even go somewhere safe, right? And retreat. The battle is lost, so let's back, retreat. Mm-hmm. But what this card is telling us is that sometimes, you can move forward by moving backwards, right? And that if you feel uncertain, sometimes a little bit backwards is okay to do. We're not, you haven't failed, you haven't lost, you haven't necessarily done anything wrong, but sometimes we just have to go back to the beginning and try it again and when we feel more confident to move forward next time. So this is speaking about growth and, taking that time that we need to assess the progress we've made, making sure that what we're doing is on a clear and steady path forward. And it's okay to give ourselves that revert back into our shells like a turtle, sometimes when we need that reprieve, but we don't want to stay there very long. So what I've done with this is I've aligned this to some oils to help us kind of sort through these feelings of rebirth from chaos, stress relief when we need those, when we're facing obstacles to growth. And the oils I've put with this is basil. Basil is the oil of renewal, so it's perfect when you have those kind of burnout feelings. Peppermint, because it's energizing and it helps focus our energy on what's important. And then I put the doTERRA blend balance with this because sometimes we just need that centering reassurance that can help us keep going. Okay, so this weekend, again, if you're feeling like you need to backtrack or look at your past, retrace some steps, it's okay to do that reflection. Okay. All right, the next card I pulled was for what we need next week, and it is this Lepodalte. Again, I hope I say these right. This is a purple stone, and it too has that little bit of gold into it, so you can start to see that it's going to have some tie into that first card we talked about. So this card, let me get to my notes about this one. This particular card is around being organized, focusing on the present, doing one thing at a time. So in the first card, we said sometimes we have to backtrack to make sure we're making the right progress on things and that we didn't miss something. This card is inviting us to slow down, simplify what we're doing, stop overthinking it, every little detail, and be more in the present. Okay, because sometimes hurt and expectations are being let down because we've put too much stress on the situation and made it into something that it isn't. So sometimes we need to take a slower pursuit of things that we're going after and simplify what we're spending our energy on. So it's to help us focus, and that we are most likely freaking out a little bit, overthinking some things, and it's time to let that go and just really simplify and center ourselves on this whole aspect of how we move forward with things. So again, that little path forward, right? So I put 3 oils with this one, and I put peppermint with it, which we had peppermint from the first card, because again, peppermint is a very centering, focused, generated oil. It's refreshing. I also put patchouli with this. So patchouli is another oil that helps us focus and think clearly and stay on task, especially when things are complicated. And then I put lemon. Lemon is very detoxifying, and it helps cleanse out foggy thinking, foggy feeling, sluggishness, the things that might be slowing us down in a bad way, so that we can really focus on what is going on, and we can feel that new energy to do things right the first time and not feel like we're going slow per se, but that we're doing them very intentionally. Okay, so next week it's about slow and steady, simplification, being organized and intentional in what we do. All right, this last card is from the universe, and I always like to do these third cards, and I'm always very surprised, and maybe I shouldn't be, but they tie together so nicely. So this one is called Green Avertine, yeah. Kind of a jade looking stone, right? It's really pretty. So this card is representing, it's talking about possibilities, new opportunities, and it speaks to, you can't have new opportunities and doors don't open if you're still clinging to the one that needs to close, or you're trying to go back in the one that's closed, right? So you kind of see how this ties together from that first card where it was talking about sometimes you got to retreat, be mindful about doing that. Well, this card is talking about cast aside your worries, enjoy the possibilities in life, let things flow to you, and allow this abundance of the universe to come to you, so that you can heal and feel more centered and focused on what you're doing. So again, that centering, that focus, that mindfulness, right, is coming into play here. So, it brings us kind of walking from our heart versus our head sometimes, right? So with this particular card, I put an oil called cardamom. I put spikenard and blue tansy. Now, blue tansy is an expensive oil, but these 3 oils are very good at helping us feel that lightheartedness, motivation, intention to act, creativity, just inspiration. And sometimes we need that, especially when things have been really hard and we feel deflated, maybe a little burned out from the activities that have been happening. These 3 oils help provide that healing, right? So we had peppermint, we had basil, we had balance that kind of help us reset. And now these 3 oils kind of help bring that, what happens next, out of us, right? So, okay, I've calmed down from this rocky road I'm traveling, and the bad things that have happened to me this point. I'm ready to move past them, move into the new doors of possibilities, and these oils help support that type of intention. Okay, so those are our 3 cards for this week. Leave me some feedback. Let me know you enjoy these readings or what you would like to see differently. I'm always open to feedback on that. If you'd like a personal oils and oracle reading, you can book those over at dragonspitapothecary.com. So I will see you next Friday. Have a good week.